The last type of density fronts I want to discuss in this lecture are tidal mixing fronts. You don't know what tides are yet. Maybe you have a little bit of an idea. But what tides actually involve are flows, horizontal flows. Okay, you know that the tides induce the sea level. You have a high tide, you have a low tide. Most people know that. Okay, but in order to have these changes in the sea level, you need currents. You need flows that move water into an area so such that the sea level can rise, and you need tidal currents that lower the sea level. Okay? So now tidal currents have the tendency to be stronger in shallower water regions. Okay? Where it's shallower, you get stronger tidal flows. And if tides are strong, the currents are strong enough, they can actually produce turbulence and mix the water column. Okay? How this happens is that the current produces what we call a vertical shear near the seafloor, and then induces turbulent elements which mix. So now this is what creates tidal mixing front. So in the shallow water region, and this is just shown over my head, the tides are strong and mix the water column. And mixing means that if that's the temperature structure, mixing means you have the same almost the same temperature. All green, okay? But in the deeper parts, the tides are not strong enough to mix, and you have stratification. And this takes place during the spring, summer, early autumn period, where you need to have stratification to start with. All right. So here you have as something we call a thermocline or shallow thermocline, okay, at 20 meters. So here it is stratified. On that side, it's mixed. Okay, and these type of fronts, the tidal mixing fronts, again produce a geostrophic flow along the frontal zone, which is in this area. Okay, and there's some other interesting features here, but you also get actually currents near the bottom in these, and you get eddies and all that stuff. Yeah, and these tidal mixing fronts are extremely productive for various reasons. They also interact with the seafloor. So you can also entrain nutrients from the benthic, from the seafloor. All right. So this is what we call a tidal mixing. And now let's go to a different part. Now let's talk about eddies. Okay.